Theotokos. Theotokos, or Mother of God, is one of the most important titles given to Mary in Christian theology. This doctrine was officially affirmed at the Council of Ephesus in 431 AD, which declared that Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ, who is fully human and fully God. As Theotokos, Mary is considered not only the mother of the human aspect of Jesus, but also the mother of Jesus as a divine person. The importance of this doctrine lies in its role in clarifying the Christian belief in the divinity of Jesus. If Mary is only referred to as the mother of Jesus, or the mother of his human side, then it would separate the divine and human natures of Jesus, which is contrary to the teaching of Christian orthodoxy that Jesus is one person with two natures, divine and human, in one. This doctrine is central to devotion to Mary, especially in the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox traditions, where Mary is considered to have a special role in salvation history. As Theotokos, she is revered not only as the mother of Jesus, but also as the intercessor and protector of humanity, who has a special closeness to God due to her role as the mother of the Redeemer. Perpetual Virginity. Perpetual virginity is the belief that Mary remained a virgin before, during, and after the birth of Jesus. This doctrine was affirmed by the Church from the earliest times and is held by Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, as well as some Protestant denominations. This belief is based on the interpretation of passages in the Bible, such as the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14, about a virgin who will conceive, and the statement in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 1, verse 25, that Joseph did not have intercourse with Mary until after Jesus was born. Proponents of this doctrine emphasize that the word until does not imply a change in status after the birth of Jesus, but only confirms Mary's virgin status during this time. In Catholic and Orthodox traditions, the children referred to as brothers of Jesus in the Gospels are considered to be distant relatives or children of Joseph in a previous marriage, not Mary's biological children. The doctrine also emphasizes Mary's special status as someone uniquely chosen by God, demonstrating her total submission to the divine will. Perpetual virginity reflects the theological view that Mary is a holy tabernacle devoted only to giving birth to the Savior. Maintaining her purity throughout her life is a sign of her faithfulness and special role in God's plan of salvation. The Immaculate Conception. The Immaculate Conception is the doctrine that Mary, from the moment of her conception, was freed from original sin. This means that Mary was never tainted by original sin, which was passed on to the rest of humanity after the fall of Adam and Eve. This doctrine was officially declared by Pope Pius IX in 1854 through the bull Ineffabilis Deus. The main basis of this doctrine is the belief that Mary, as the mother of Jesus, must be pure and free from sin in order to be a worthy vessel to conceive the Son of God. Although not explicitly mentioned in the Bible, verses such as Luke chapter 1 verse 28, where the angel Gabriel refers to Mary as full of grace, are taken by proponents of this doctrine as an indication of her special status. The Immaculate Conception differs from the doctrine of the virgin birth of Jesus, which is often confused with the same concept. The doctrine focuses on Mary's status from her conception rather than on the birth of Jesus. In Catholic theology, Mary is considered to have been specially prepared by God through extraordinary grace to be worthy of being the mother of the Redeemer, as well as an example of purity and chastity for all humanity. This is one of the most important Marian doctrines in the Catholic Church, but is not recognized by most Protestant denominations. The Assumption of Mary. The Assumption of Mary is the belief that Mary, after the end of her life on earth, was assumed into heaven both in body and soul. This doctrine was officially declared as dogma by Pope Pius X in 1950 in the bull Munificentissimus Deus, but the belief has existed in Christian tradition since centuries before. Although there is no direct reference in the Bible to the Assumption of Mary, Catholic Church tradition considers this event to be part of the special honor given to Mary, who has played a unique role as the mother of Jesus. The doctrine also asserts that since Mary was sinless, her body did not suffer decay after death, thus deserving to be assumed into heaven. In the Eastern Orthodox Church, a similar belief is known as the Dormition of Mary, which emphasizes that Mary died a natural death before her body was assumed. However, the main difference is the focus on physical death before the rapture. This belief reinforces Mary's central role in the plan of salvation as someone who had a special closeness to God and is now in heaven as the Queen of Heaven. The doctrine also reflects Catholics' belief that Mary continues to act as an intercessor praying for humanity before God. CoRedemptrix. Mary as CoRedemptrix is a concept that regards Mary as a unique participant in the salvation process of humanity, though not on equal footing with Jesus as the ultimate Redeemer. In Catholic theology, the title of CoRedemptrix emphasizes Mary's role in supporting Jesus' mission, particularly through her obedience throughout her life, from Annunciation, the acceptance of the vocation as the mother of Jesus, to the suffering under the cross. As CoRedemptrix, Mary is considered to have provided active cooperation and was instrumental in the plan of salvation by saying yes to God when she received the angel Gabriel's message, Luke chapter 1, verse 38. This role reached its peak when Mary was at the foot of the cross, sharing Jesus' suffering in an emotional and spiritual way and supporting his mission of salvation. It is important to note that although Mary is referred to as a co-redeemer, this concept does not mean that Mary saves people like Jesus. Rather, the term co here means together in a participatory sense, not in an equal sense. This title is not recognized as official dogma by the Catholic Church and is quite controversial, with some theologians opposing it for fear that it would diminish the central role of Jesus as the only Redeemer. However, in the context of Marian devotion, many Catholics recognize and honor her important role in salvation as the mother figure who accompanied Christ. Mediatrix. Mary as mediatrix is a concept that considers Mary as an intercessor who helps channel God's grace to humanity through her prayers and intercession. In Catholic theology, Mary is called the mediatrix because she is considered to have a special role in connecting the faithful with Jesus, the Redeemer. This concept is based on the belief that since Mary is the mother of Jesus, she has a special closeness to him and can bring the petitions of humanity to him in a loving and effective way. This belief is also rooted in the events in Canaan, John chapter 2, 1-12, where Mary asked Jesus to perform his first miracle, demonstrating her ability to mediate human needs before her son. Because of this role, Catholics often ask for Mary's intercession through prayer, including the praying of the Rosary, which is considered a means to obtain God's grace through Mary's intercession. However, this doctrine does not mean that Mary replaces Jesus' role as the sole mediator between God and man, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. Rather, Mary is considered to work alongside Christ as a mother who mediates with love. The Catholic Church has not established the mediatrix as an official dogma, but this role is highly honored in Catholic devotions, especially through liturgies and prayers that focus on her intercession. The New Eve. Mary as the New Eve is a theological concept that states that Mary, through her obedience to God, reversed Eve's disobedience, which led to the fall of humanity into sin. In this view, Mary is regarded as the New Eve, who plays a pivotal role in the plan of salvation by cooperating perfectly with God's will. This idea was first developed by church fathers such as St. Irenaeus in the 2nd century. They argued that just as Eve played a role in the fall of man by her disobedience, Mary played a role in redemption through her obedience to God at the Annunciation when she accepted the call to be the mother of Jesus. Luke chapter 1, verse 38. By saying yes to God, Mary paved the way for Jesus to enter the world and save humanity. In this context, Jesus is often thought of as the new Adam, with Mary as the new Eve. Just as Adam and Eve cooperated in the fall of mankind, Jesus and Mary cooperated in redemption. Although Jesus remains the ultimate Redeemer, this concept emphasizes Mary's important role in salvation and regards her as a symbol of perfect obedience and faith, as opposed to Eve's rebellion and sin. It is a very important concept in Catholic and Orthodox theology, but not widely accepted in the Protestant tradition. Intercessor. Mary as intercessor is the belief that Mary acts as an intercessor who prays for the faithful before God. In Catholic and Orthodox traditions, Mary is seen as a loving intercessor due to her closeness to Jesus as his mother. Prayers to Mary, such as the Ave Maria and the Rosary, are considered a way to invoke her intercession, asking her to pray to God on behalf of humanity. Mary as mediator is highly honored in the liturgy, and Catholics believe that she has a special influence in heaven because of her role in salvation history. However, this theology emphasizes that Mary does not replace Jesus as the primary mediator, but rather works alongside him, bringing the prayers of humanity to him. Some Protestant churches reject this role, considering that only Christ mediates between God and man, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. Queen of Heaven. Mary, Queen of Heaven, is a title given to Mary in the Catholic and Orthodox traditions, which recognizes her special status as the mother of Jesus, the King of Kings. The title emphasizes her special position in heaven as the intercessor who prays and advocates for humanity before God. As Queen of Heaven, Mary is seen as a loving and compassionate figure, accompanying her Son, who is the King of the universe. This title is often based on the interpretation of Mary's role in Revelation chapter 12, verse 1, which describes a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head, where many Catholic and Orthodox theologians see this as a symbolization of Mary. Mary is referred to as queen because, in Jewish royal tradition, the mother of the king holds a position of honor and power at court. Mary, Queen of Heaven, is also celebrated in the Catholic liturgy, especially in the praying of the Rosary and the annual feast of the Feast of Mary, Queen of Heaven, celebrated on August 22nd. This title reinforces Mary's closeness to her Son and her position as a powerful and loving mediator for all the faithful. Marian apparitions. Marian apparitions are apparitions of Our Lady that are believed to occur at various places and times, where she conveys divine messages to specific individuals. The term refers to phenomena in which Mary appears supernaturally, often giving messages containing invitations to prayer, repentance, and peace. These apparitions have been recognized by the Catholic Church in several famous cases, such as Our Lady of Guadalupe, Mexico, 1531, Our Lady of Lourdes, France, 1858, and Our Lady of Fatima, Portugal, 1917. In each apparition, Mary is depicted as carrying an important message aimed at renewing faith, warning about the dangers of the world, or offering spiritual support to humanity. Although not required as doctrine for Catholics to believe, these apparitions have nonetheless had a major impact on the devotions and spiritual lives of millions of people around the world, as well as making the apparition sites holy places of pilgrimage visited by many faithful.